Today on the channel, we're back at it with a double dose of DC McFarlane toys with the DC Multiverse Brainiac Platinum and Regular Edition.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a double dose of Brainiac with the regular and platinum edition from the Ghost of Krypton line. But for all your DC McFarlane toy needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We got a double dose of Brainiac, as I did say. And when I think of Brainiac, I always think of the robot Brainiac from, of course, the Kenner Superpowers line when I was a kid. I had that figure. That's what I think of. Of course, I think the majority of people maybe think of him as kind of green alien form. I don't know if anybody thinks of him as these ones here. I guess this green alien one kind of robot, a little bit of a mismatch or a mixed match of the two. I don't know. You guys tell me, but this is from the Ghost of Krypton wave. We've unboxed Superman. We got the Superman 2 as well, and we'll eventually get Zod on the channel. Playing the long game on Zod, but we'll unbox them all here on the channel as we usually do. But of course, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it, as I always do say, and that's exactly what we're going to do here with the Brainiac. So let's start it off looking at the packaging on both of these guys, and we got the regular edition first. DC Direct down in the corner. Brainiac looking like a robot, looking like an army droid of some kind, of course. Does come with a comic book, as we know. Nothing on the sides of these, and on the back you do get the comic book. The Ghost of Krypton, this is issue 4 of 4 for those keeping track at home, of course. Then you do get this one here, same comic book on the back, 4 of 4, but you do get the Brainiac here with a little bit more of a green skin tone on him here. Just enough to be different, enough to make him a Platinum Chase edition. Be on the lookout for this one, and I guess choose your own poison, pick your own poison in Brainiac, or buy both of them like I did, whatever you want to do. But of course, with these, some of the hardest figures to ever get out of the package. Todd, I curse you every day when I'm unboxing these, but Todd on the couch, of course, as we do know. But I'm going to take these offline, get both these guys out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Brainiac. All right, Chase and regular edition of Brainiac out of the package. Some of the hardest packaging to get through, of course. Got to cut out the plastic, then you got to get all the twist ties. Absolutely wild. Once again, a power move from McFarlane Toys, keeping everything locked down. And these figures aren't even that great, Todd. I mean, it's not the greatest figures ever. Doesn't need to be behind Fort Knox, but you got to be careful. When you do open them up and you release that plastic, all that Chinese factory gas comes up, and it could knock you out if you're not careful. I think that's why it's 12 and up on these figures, or 14 and up, I think. Because 13-year-olds and below, they'll just pass out and cripple down to the floor and just maybe never be able to be revived. So buyer beware on that one. But let's dive into these two here. Basically going to be a quick one, I think, with these. But we do get the DC McFarlane stand. Seen it before, see it again. We know how that goes. Obviously, 2 comic books, 2 trading cards. Exact same thing, identical. But let's read what it says about our friend Brainiac. Real name, Real Docs. Oh, the Docs. Haunted by the vision of spectral General Zod seeking salvation, Superman embarks on a perilous journey into the Phantom Zone where Kal-El discovers an army of deadly Brainiac drones. Superman soon learns that Val Zod, the Superman of Earth 2, has also been lured to the zone by ghosts from the past. Although powerless in the Phantom Zone, the Men of Steel, donning protective kryptonite armor suits, vow to vanquish Brainiac and menacing mechanical army. So I guess it could be an army builder if you wanted to. Unfortunately, same card twice is what we get here, but it's also the same back that we got prior. So to each their own. And then once again, 2 cards, same thing with the comic book, Ghost of Krypton. Book 4 of 4, you got both Supermans doing the superhero team up here. With our powers combined, we're going to get the job done is what it is. You might be into it, you might not be. Choose your own comic adventure. Check out the old Ghosts of Krypton. But let's dive in here. Now, both these figures identical, just the color is different. But we do get all these tentacles. So you get 2 long tentacles here. You get 2 short arms here, like something out of a scary movie with, shout out to Chris Elliott, good friend of the channel, Chris Elliott. You got the little hand, you got that going on. And then you got a little bit of a mechanical arm as well, with little pinchers on the end. So you do get some of that stuff. Then you get down to the figure itself. So we got a dark wash over Brainiac across the board right here. And I was talking about, when I think of Brainiac, it's really more akin to this in the kind of mechanical robot suit, where a lot of people think of the green version. This is kind of what I come up with. Not quite the Kenner Superpowers look I'm hoping for, but I guess close enough to be dangerous. I don't know if I go that far, but it is what it is. But he's got that steel dirty wash over him. You do got some purple coloring throughout, but man, the black is very visible on here, and it really does show off the pins and the joints, which are fairly ugly. Let's get the pinless joints, Todd McFarlane from the couch. Hopefully one of these days soon. You got that little robot head going on. Once again, similar to the Superpowers, but also different at the same time. But I do like the bright pink eyes on him there. And then you get down to the articulation. You got the arms that go all the way around. Kind of crazy articulation. Double jointed elbows on him here. He's got a bit of a, I don't know, some kind of a weapon here. Kind of a knife hook type thing going on with a hole in it so you can look through it if you want to. You got some of that going on. A very skinny midsection with a big back here. And that's where all this stuff plugs into on his back. So it gives him extra arms, extra reach, extra stuff if he does need it. You do get a little bit of waist articulation, a little up and down, a little hula hoop. Of course, those big old Brainiac splits. Robots love doing the splits, as we do know. I learned that from good friend of the channel, Johnny 5, back in the day. Yes, Johnny 5 told me that. Double jointed knees going on, looking absolutely wild. Then you get the ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. No toe articulation, Todd. What are we doing? Oh man, Brainiac really missing out on a crucial part of articulation right there. But boy, a wild looking figure here. Some wild hands. No extra hands for this guy, but you get a lot of tentacles, a lot of different stuff. Just a very strange looking robot, really, is what this is. And of course, he does fit on a McFarlane stand, as we do know. We do get the regular version here, but we do get the platinum version here. Now, I already put all the tentacles and everything in this one here. I'm not sure. I like a little bit of stuff about both of these guys. But this one's got a little bit more black, where this one's got the more robot-like. I do prefer the robot colors to the black, but then you got the alien kind of green hands and face that some are accustomed to, of course, with Brainiac. But it really is pick your own battle, choose your own adventure, and I guess you could pretend this is the actual Brainiac right here, and this is kind of his robot minions is what you could do. But of course, everything transitions over to this. Same stand, same card, same comic book, same articulation, same accessories, just in a different color. So it makes all the sense here, but an interesting one nonetheless. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to read this comic book. Once I get all 4 comics, I'll go through it. I'll read it. I'll take one for the team, see how good this story is. What? It's the greatest story that you didn't write that wasn't, of course, Spider-Man, Batman, or others? Got it. That's from Todd on the couch. So he said it's a great story. So we'll take his word from it. He should know on that one. But if I had to choose, I'm going regular edition. That's what I'm going with. So no reason to really chase down the platinum unless that is your thing here. I think you're good enough with this one, especially if you're feeling nostalgic for the Kenner Superpowers. Gives us a little bit of a feel of that one. At least it does for me there. So there it is. Brainiac, regular, and Chase, Page Puncher. What are your guys' thoughts? Pickups, passes, scratch your head, I'm not so sure game. Let me know your thoughts in, of course, the comments down below. And, of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel and all the content it brings. And there's a lot of content, as you guys do know. Check out the Patreon. Check out ProWrestlingTees.com. Support the channel. Pick up a t-shirt. Don't forget Barnes & Noble and Amazon for my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series. About 700 pages of content. A labor of love if there ever was one. Appreciate the support over there. And if you want to follow and hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 is on the X where you're going to find me. And of course, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Brainiac ×2, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.